Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 2 of the Arena Open. I did a couple of runs off stream, no recording yesterday to make it in, because I really wanted to make a video of day 2 for all of you folks, so we can do some high-stakes competitive limited with real cash prizes, because that sounded like a lot of fun, and I wanted to make sure that the YouTube audience and the Twitch audience got to appreciate that sort of thing. Before I dive in, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment with any questions, thoughts, or feedback down below. Check out the Twitch stream live at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. And if you would like to support my content directly, if you enjoy this sort of video and the content I've been making, be sure to check out the Patreon at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. There's a ton of different tiers. It's very flexible, and I really appreciate everyone who supports me over there. You can also support me by subscribing to my Twitch channel with Amazon Prime. Well, we've opened some good ones. Bergie, God of Storytelling, also known as Harnful Horn of Plenty, is fantastic. And then these two green rares are great. And Cyclone Summoner is pretty good. So, pretty good rares overall. The two lands are duds, but, you know, pretty good stuff. I guess this is a really good synergy with Toski, because you can just keep putting counters on it. So maybe we'll keep that in mind, depending on the number of changelings we have. But pretty solid pulls. Hoping to play green with at least a red splash. Probably doable. Looking at our white cards, we have a couple of Ushers, a couple Story Seekers, Bound in Gold, and some Flyers, Combat Tricks, Master's Called. So white is looking decent. Next, I like to check red to see if it complements it at all. So we have a couple 2-drops here, a Runamuck, Helm, Bergie, couple Demon Bolts. So we could have a nice red-white aggro deck potentially. But we'll be looking at our green cards next. See how the snow stuff gets supported. And it looks like we have a lot of good stuff. We have a Forest, Packmate, Chariot, Toski. All of those are incredible. 2 Masked Vandals, Rune of Might. We even have a Svella, Shimmerdrift Veil, Replicating Ring. So it looks like we're going to be able to splash stuff. Then in blue, we have an Avalanche Caller and a Snow Island. We have Glimpse the Cosmos is really good. Mistwalker, 2 Berg Striders, and a Cyclone Summoner. In black is weak. All we have are the snow lands in black, and the rest of black is garbage. So we're not going to be looking at black at all here. So it looks like a pretty good pool. We have, we'll definitely want to build the aggro deck, because if we play against a deck that has like a Coma or something, we might want to sideboard into it. But we're going to start off with our 3 or even potentially 4 color value deck here. I could definitely see splashing white thanks to the Glacial Floodplain and the Alpine Meadow and the Shimmerdrift Veil for a card like Master Scald and Valkyrie's Sword. The Valkyrie Sword is a little harder because it needs double white, so maybe just the Master Scald and the Bounding Gold. But yeah, it looks like a good pool so far. So we're going to start off by looking at the Sultai build. So we have this in, Finn in, these 2 in, this in, this in, this in. And then we would want to play our red cards. We're playing the Replicating Ring. We probably don't want Mammoth Growth in this sort of deck. And in red, we'd probably splash the Squash. Definitely the Horn, the Demon Bolts, and the Hammer. This is just red-green so far. Maybe we play red-green and splash something else, because we do have a lot of good red cards, it looks like. We could even use Seize the Spoils and Tuskeri Firewalker for a red-green base deck. We have Changeling. We have a couple of Changelings to go with the land. And we have a couple of legendaries because of the Toski and the Bergie. So the land might be playable as an 18th land. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing, Vulpec. So we might play this as an 18th mana. So we'll keep that in mind, because it does have some nice utility with some of our cards. We're not even looking at black. And then if we want to splash blue, we could splash blue for Avalanche Caller, Glimpse the Cosmos, and then 2 Berg Striders, and maybe Cyclone Summoner. I don't think we really care about these other blue cards. We just want ones that are good in the late game. This one is double blue, which is tough. Certainly. Our mana fixing is not excellent. We have a Seize the Spoil, so maybe we can't play the Cyclone Summoner. We have Svella, Replicating Ring. Seize the Spoils is kind of like fixing. And then we'd probably play the Snow Island. We have Glacial Floodplain. Shimmerdrift Veil. And then if we wanted to get more ambitious and splash white as well, we could play this. I guess we don't have any things to get back with the Master Scald except the Chariot and the Hammer. We could play one Bound in Gold. Let's see, do we have any extra sources of potential fixing? Not really. These could be fixing in a real pinch. So this is just one skeleton of a deck. I'd have to make some refinements, but it looks like red-green base, splashing Berg Striders, Glimpse the Cosmos, and Avalanche Caller, pretty much. So that's one base for the deck, and we would probably play this thing as an 18th land, because it does have some synergy with our deck. And making an Indestructible Mask Vandal can be a real roadblock. We probably wouldn't play the Rune of Might, but we could. I think this is what we're going to do, but we want to at least build the red-white aggro deck so that we know what we're up with. What's up at least with that. So we have these two, this, these, this, that. Might play that, play these, play that, maybe. And then I guess black does have this guy, but other than that, it's pretty bad, so we're not going to look to play black. And then we play this, and we play the Gold Vein pick. We play that. So this is one build that we can have. It's not that hard to come up with in it very quickly, which is good. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drops, but 2 good 1-drops. It is pretty decent for sealed. So if we end up playing against a Coma, like late game extravaganza deck, this build is a nice skeleton to have access to, and we'd probably play 16 lands. So this is one build, and we could play this if we needed it. I think our deck has the tools to go late. So we probably don't have to rely on this in the main deck configuration because we have like Chariot and Toski, which are both like unbeatable pretty much. And Svella. So we're not going to main deck this one, but it's good to have access to it. It's only got 11 creatures, but this is a creature, these are creatures, and this is a creature. So that's like 3 more creatures. This is not half bad. This is like pretty good aggro deck. I like the other pool a little bit better. So let's build the other deck now. So we're going to play this one. Glimpse the Cosmos, 2 Berg Striders. Probably the Avalanche Caller, but I'm not sure yet, given our snow counts. You might want to splash this. We'll keep that in mind. Might want to play that. Okay, so we'll keep those as options from those colors. Red is going to be one of our base colors because we have this. Double that. Dwarven Hammer. Seas can be good fixing. Just scary. Don't really want the Dwarven reinforcements. And then Squash. Green's good. Svella. ring. And then get a couple extra snow sources in the deck. Play this Ling as an 18th land. It just has utility with Toski. And if we play Burgi and with Mask Vandal. I'm not sure if I want this card. Splashing this off of Floodplains and Meadow could be okay. So let's see what cuts we want to make here. Let's just add lands as placeholders for now. So we're just going to add like a bunch of lands. So we have 18 lands here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. So this is 6, 7, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We're going to obviously make some tweaks to the mana base and stuff. But that's just my initial thoughts on the mana base. We're not playing these white cards. We've already put all the cards that we're considering into the deck. Yeah, we're not going to play Faceless Haven. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Snowlands. Yeah, not worth it. Not playing Gold Vein Pick in this build. Don't really want to play Jaspera Sentinel, so this is going to be the potential build. I don't think we can really afford to splash 2 colors. My red is all 3 drops. Well, Burgi's like a 5 drop. Well, I haven't done the mana base yet. I'm seeing what I end up building first. That's generally a good idea. Oh, right, because we were base. Yeah, but if we wanted to be base blue, we could. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 potential blue cards that we'd want to play in the main deck. Maybe 7. But I think our red is a little bit better. It makes it easier to cast Svella. Seize the Spoils can be nice little fixing. But Glimpse is also nice. And being able to play Cyclone Summoner is really good. So we'll have to see. Card that I'm immediately cutting is Rune of Might. It's good with Toski if Toski gets bigger, but it's just hard to use. And it's just opens me up to blowouts. No, I don't want to cut Demon Bolt. What is that? So we've got that cut, which is nice. So then we can consider this white splash, whether we need it. How many removal spells do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I kind of want the Bounding Gold. I have 1, 2 white sources, 3 white sources just in my deck already, so I'm just going to play Bounding Gold. And Svella is kind of like a source. So I have 4 white sources naturally. How many blue sources do I have if I don't count these lands here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 blue cards. I could play this. So if I play 4 blue sources, so if I cut this down by 3, which I'm obviously going to keep tweaking this, but then I'd have 3, 4, potentially kind of 5, 6 blue sources, kind of 7 almost. With Cyclone Summoner. I think it's a really good card and I want to play it. Then the Fangbearer is just a great defensive body against the aggro decks. How many Snowlands do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Snowlands. Avalanche Caller is still pretty good with 4 Snowlands, I'd say. But I could consider cutting Avalanche Caller, I guess. This is also a 5 drop. I have a lot of 5 drops. I could cut Elderleaf Mentor. That card's not great. Boreal Outrider, I have white, blue, red, white, green. I have 4, 5 snowlands. Never mind. Yeah, this is definitely staying in. Yeah, Outrider's still doing enough. I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could cut Grizzled Outrider. I assume you were talking about Boreal Outrider. But I already have a lot of 5 drops. So cutting Grizzled Outrider could be okay. Three more cuts. I like Broken Wings a lot, but I could just sideboard it. I like the Masked Vandals a lot. I like to seize the spoils for my mana reasons. Firewalker's maybe not the best in this deck because I'm not attacking all that much and I have a lot of expensive cards. And this is 41. I could cut a land because I do have the ring. But I have this as kind of like a spell land. And I have Dwarven Hammer as a mana sink. I like playing the Cyclone Summoner. It's just such a unique effect. But maybe I just cut the Tyrite Sanctum because it's not necessary. It's good with Toski. It's good if I end up playing Burgi, but I almost am always going to play the Harnful. And then it's good with the Masked Vandals, but it's very clunky for that. And the decks that I'm going to be facing are much less aggro, so making an indestructible 1/3 is probably not going to win me the game as much as it might in other situations. So maybe I just play 17 lands and cut this. I do have this as an extra mana source. So what's my color situation with this build? 10, 7, 5, 1. So 6, 7, 8 green sources. 9 green sources. I can add 1 to all of them, so that's 9 green sources. With red, I have 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's like 9, 7, but none of my 2 drops are red, so that's probably okay. So 9, 7, and then blue, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 7, 6. I'm just doing that so the deck saves. So it's 9, 7, 6, and then for white sources, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Bounding Gold. Oh, geez Louise, this is a close build. I don't want any of these blue cards, so that's good. These green cards, I think I'm pretty happy with cutting all of them. This card's good, but I have a lot of 5 drops already, so I don't need another one. And then in red, the Firewalker got cut, but I'm not really attacking as much. Outrider's probably pretty good, but like, I'm counting Burgi as a 5-drop and Dwarven Hammer as a 5-drop, and I think those are better. I have good creature count. This Sculptor should be good. Avalanche Caller should be good later on. Yeah, I think I like this build. I think I'm pretty happy with all the cuts. I don't think I need the Tyrite Sanctum. I will also say that 18 mana plus 17 lands, 3, 4, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 lands plus a Replicating Ring is probably enough mana sources, but I don't really want to flood out. I do have Seize the Spoils that can help me hit my lands. And I have Sculptor, which can help me. It's tough. But let's see, are any of these cards that I want to cut? Not really. They're all filling a good role in the deck. So we're going to run it like this. I'm excited to try it out. I think the mana source counts are good. We have 1, 2, 8 green if I really need it. 4, 5, 6 reds. 3, 4 blues. 5 blues. And then 2 whites, 3 whites. And then this adds 1 to everything. So yeah, that's going to do it for the build. And I will see you folks in the matches. Before I get to the matches, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support me and my content over at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Special thanks to those at the credits level and to all of the new patrons who helped me reach the microphone funding goal. It is thanks to the support of patrons that I am able to steadily improve the quality of my videos and produce as much content as I do. Even just $1 a month goes a long way, and there are a host of cool rewards that you gain access to by becoming a patron. If my content has provided you with some value, please consider supporting my work on Patreon. It really makes a big difference. Without further ado though, let's get to the matches. Welcome to round 1. We have a pretty okay hand here on the draw. We have 2 of our 2 main colors. We don't need blue for a little bit. Drawing a land is excellent. We can go turn 2 Finn. Ice Stone. And now we have all our colors, so it's important to play the forest here. So we're going to play Snow-Covered Forest in case we have to discard. Play Finn. If you're wondering what I'm writing down, I'm just writing down the cards my opponents are playing. This is generally what I do when I'm playing like a GP or something. So we're going to go Snow Island. We're going to Demon Bolt this now. Because that's just a threat that I need to deal with at some point. And this way I just get to keep the pressure up. One of the classic rules is if you can avoid giving your opponent an option, do. So I don't want to let my opponent block there if I'm going to kill their creature anyway. Even though they're never blocking there in a million years. Next turn I can play Avalanche Caller, haste, and I can't haste up one of my lands quite. So maybe I want to wait on the Avalanche Caller. It doesn't really do much. It's a 1/3 and it exposes itself to removal when it could be a 4/4 haste threat essentially. If I wait until I get to 5 mana. Okay, Bears of Lidyara. We are going to try and take that out. It is a good card, though. So they're going to get a little 2-for-1 here. This thing's going to take out my Finn. I'm going to keep attacking because it's going to force him to make a block, potentially. Though, maybe they're going to just bash back and it's going to be not great, but they can also force them to use the ability of this to take out the Finn. Sure. So they hit me with everything they've got. Okay, well, that's a really good card, but we're going to play the stuff from our hand first. Okay. I guess attacking was free there. because they're going to kill it anyway. So they've played Disdainful Stroke. Bears of Lityara. Not Vold Recluse. Kingo. So if I can stabilize here, I can potentially win. Well, that's going to be helpful for stabilizing. I'm going to play Avalanche Caller and Burgee. And then I'm going to double block this thing. Inga Rise. This game just didn't line up particularly well for me. I also attacked with Finn and took an extra 4 damage that maybe I could have avoided. For some reason, I was just like on the poison plan. So this could be Behold, it could be a pump spell. Overall, I think my best bet is to double block here. And then top deck a island for my Cyclone Summoner. I can't even cast it on its own right now, but I think that's my best chance for a win. So I want to kill the Changeling. Okay. Is it a Packmate? That would be bad for me. Cosima. Okay. Well, that's a reasonable card. So we can play Toski and Masked Vandal. They don't exile, so I wonder what this is. It could be a bounce spell. It's not a card draw spell. Cosima. Bind the monster. Okay, so we're dead, but we're going to write down other cards. And then what is this card? It's some foretell card that's not a bounce spell. It's not card draw. What is it? Okay, I'm back, chat. So, we know they have a Disdainful Stroke. That's important. We also know they have Bears of Lityara. So if I had a bounce spell, I might consider bringing that in. It could be Struggle, but they would have killed me the turn before if it was Struggle, I think. So, Bears, Bind. So I'm going to bring in my Crushing Cannon, Broken Wings. For sure, because that's good against both Bears and Mistwalker. And Bind the Monster. Oh, you're right, I can. It's Shepherd of the Cosmos. Perfect. That's actually really good. Thank you. So they're splashing white. Good to know, good to know. The problem is they don't have a ton of blue sources. And it doesn't line up particularly well against the 4-2. Okay. My 5-5 does seem to line up well, though, so I kind of want to bring in that guy. They have Bind the Monster, so the Indestructible plan is a little bit worse. My double Masked Vandal kind of likes to see it. Do they have any equipments that I saw? No. Okay, so what do I want to cut here? Three, two. I could cut Seize the Spoils because they've got some tempo elements. And I could cut a Berg Strider because I'm adding another 5-drop. We will play first. Great hand here. We are going to have to name green with this. Okay, there's our sideboard card. So we immediately have double blue, so we know that this is going to be an option later on. We've seen Ice Tunnel before. Knowing they have Disdainful Stroke is pretty important because we can play around that. Magda. Criminy. Well, this is a good start here. Play this first in case we draw a tap land. Magda's a beating. Not particularly good against Toski, though. And blue-red. They have Disdainful Stroke up. So they have 1, 2, 3. I've seen 3 2-drops and a Foretell spell, and they did nothing this turn. I'm just going to cast this thing. It blocks the 2-1. I don't want to get Disdainful Stroked on my Toski. They probably have Disdainful Stroke, so I got that. I'm saying they have Disdainful Stroke right now. So we just made them burn their turn 3. I mean, I didn't play the best thing on turn 4, but I have 2 lands here, so this is a lot of pressure. They can't just sit back and ignore it. They have to cast something this turn, I'm guessing. And depending on what that is, I can get them with my Toski. Okay. So they're foretelling. It could be Shepherd of the Cosmos. They're holding up Disdainful Stroke again. Don't want to endanger my blue source. I'm almost positive that they have Disdainful Stroke right now. And this is probably Shepherd of the Cosmos, based on what I've seen. Next turn I can rumble with 2 lands. Okay, they have a Behold the Multiverse, also good to know about. This is not changing my view that they might have, that they probably have Disdainful Stroke. Let's see where they scry. That's going to be important. 1 to the top, so that might be a removal spell. But I'm finding it hard to believe that they're going to be able to keep just holding up 2 mana every turn without dying to the stuff I have on board. So maybe they scryed the land and they have like a Mistwalker. Immerstern Predator. Okay. Sure. So what we can do is we can tap this with our Broken Wings, make them sack their Magda. And do that pre-combat. They could have Snakeskin Veil, but I'm not going to play around too many of these cards. I can't play around Snakeskin Veil, I don't think. If they have Snakeskin Veil, I'm just in trouble. What I could do is just send with this guy and then Broken Wings in response to them giving Indestructible. I think I like that as well. I think that's a good line. Immersturm. Predator. Sure. Oh, they do have the Snakeskin Veil. That's sicko. Well, that's a major catastrophe. That makes this game a lot harder to win, I must say. I didn't know they had that. There's no reason to really expect they have that. They're playing like 4 colors, so splashing that seems a little bit ambitious, but it was not great for us, I'll say that much. So they have all 5 colors. They still have that Disdainful Stroke. I'll keep Snakeskin Veil in mind for Game 3 if I can get to Game 3. Path to the World Tree, of course, of course. Does not currently kill any of my creatures, which is nice, but they can activate it anyway next turn. Get some extra cards into hand. So, if I let them Disdainful Stroke this turn, because next turn they're going to be able to hold this up and just activate it on end step. So if I do this turn, it's better for me, because then I can get my Cyclone Summoner in. So I'm trading this off for their Disdainful Stroke, because they're going to be able to hold it up the rest of the game. Unfortunately, I knew they had Disdainful Stroke this entire time, but they never had to use it. They just got to keep it up in perpetuity, and they never missed a land drop, so they were always able to keep up their Disdainful Stroke. They might not even counter this, because it doesn't deal with Immersturm particularly well. Yep, so we knew they had that. They have a land. And we have our Cyclone Summoner that can potentially get some nice value by bouncing back our Packmate. Cyclone Summoner just got a whole lot worse. No blocks. My Toski can draw me an extra card here. If they activate this next turn, I'm in okay shape. So I'm just going to play this. They might play this. No, they can't play this. Oh, Showdown of the Scalds obliterates my Cyclone Summoner. Showdown of the Scalds. Raven form. Path to the World Tree. I think I have to cast the Summoner, but it's not ideal at all because they still have a Mistwalker. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how I played this game. I'm not going to play around the Snakeskin Veil when they're a 5-color deck. It's not really a 5-color type of card when they have played 2 green cards the entire game and one of them Snakeskin Veil. Oh, they have so many entries the battlefield triggers. It's so brutal. Demon Bolt. So if I killed Inga, attacked with all, they take 2. I have to Cyclone Summoner, which sucks. They're going to have so many card options. They have this, they have this. So I do get an 8/8. Oh, they can just pump this 4 times. And this is a wizard. Lovely. Oh, no, they can't, because then it would die. Oh, no, it wouldn't, because it's 5 toughness, so they pump it 4, 3, 2. Oh, no, they can pump it 3 times. So they can't bind. They could Immersturm. Okay, and now I'm dead. Okay, that did not line up particularly well. Okay, chat. I've turned back on chat. So, loss, unfortunately. I was happy with how I played, though. That game, I knew they had Disdainful Stroke, but they just drew a ton of lands, so they never got punished for it. And then the Snakeskin Veil was like... The Snakeskin Veil was just unfortunate. Toski on turn 4 wouldn't have done... Oh my gosh, what? Toski can't be countered? Oh my gosh, well I punted that then. Wow, well, I suck. That's terrible. Well, maybe not suck. I've never played with the card, and I've never run it into a counterspell. So yeah, that would have been much better. I was trying to play around a counterspell that whole time. Well, that's just a line of text I didn't even think about on that card. Huh. That's just like a shocker. I've never even... It can't be countered. If I'd played Toski on turn 4, I could have maybe won that. To be fair, I didn't have a way to push it through as much. But... Okay. We're going to keep this hand as excellent. I've learned my lesson, chat. Oh, we didn't win the die roll. For some reason, I assumed that I'd won a die roll. I haven't won a die roll in years, it feels like. I don't think I ever win die rolls these days. So I'm going to play my Sculptor here. Getting the ramp out early is nice. I've got all my colors. Green, red, white, blue. This turn I'll play Svella. Okay, so they're holding up like kill a tapped creature. I'm just gonna play my Svella and pat. I'm okay if they use it on Sculptor of Winter, honestly. It's like they're gonna kill Svella otherwise. And Svella's more important. Maybe I would have won if I had known that Toski couldn't be countered. Okay, I have 2 Mask Vandals, so I'm okay with this. So they have Bind the Monster. Iron Verdict. So I'm going to go Replicating Ring, Glimpse of the Cosmos. And I'm going to get Masked Vandal. Because that lets me flash it back and also frees up my Svella. So they're playing 4 colors. They also have Natural Tron, just like me. Anabaris. Anabaris. So Rolf's Packmate. Glimpse the Cosmos. Okay, so I can play this as the artifact half. Or I could play this, Masked Vandal, squash this. They don't have anything I want to kill particularly much. But the turn 5 is the turn where they could play it. I think I want to save squash for like a worm or something. I'm going to play the land. Ideally, I want to keep my Snowlands because I do have the Avalanche Caller guy. So they have literally all 5 colors on turn 5. That's savage. Stalwart Valkyrie, sure. Bergstrider. Bergstrider. Do I want Packmate or another Bergstrider? They're at 16. I can kill one of their threats with a squash. I have Horn to be unlimited card advantage, so I'm going to take Bergstrider. Get green with this. Because that way I can play Bergstrider into squashing. That is not a card I care about. Clear the way for Svella. I'm just tapping their blocker in case they have something. Sure. I might just squash them. Their Stalwart Valkyrie. Well, that's good. I think this is worth doing. I hit them for more if I do this, yeah. Because I bounce their Bounding Gold too. But I don't bounce my Masked Vandal. Okay, so they have Glimpse the Cosmos, Bound in Gold. What's that hunt card called? Rediguard Stronghold. Bound in Gold. What's the hunt card called? Pursuit. Dogged Pursuit. So I'm definitely bringing in my Broken Wings again. And I think my most often cut card is going to be Seize Despoils because it's just like a generic card. And the other cards are all like really important. Okay, welcome to round 2. This is keepable. We'll jam this guy on turn 2 because that gives us a turn 3 play if they don't do anything. Canopy's good because they have Bind the Monster, Bound in Gold, and Dogged Pursuit. And a Stalwart Valkyrie. Change in plan. We're going to play. Maybe not. This poison a real win condition. I think I'm just going to want to play the Finn. It's worse against Bind the Monster. Better against Iron Verdict. Worse against Bound in Gold. If I play Finn, then I could get a hit in. Turn 3, I could play this. I have cards that I'm going to want to cast. I don't think I want to play the Avalanche Caller next turn. Use it next turn. Yeah. It's close. Finn can get some work in. He needs to hit him 5 times, but I have 2 Bergstriders to maybe make them have to make awkward blocks on it. So they don't have white mana, which seems like one of their base colors. Glittering Frost. And I'm majorly rewarded for this now, because now I get to play a 3-drop. And instead of hitting them for 1, I hit them for 1 and poison them. This is a good draw. Maskwood Nexus, okay, okay. If one of my creatures trades off, I can kill the Maskwood Nexus. This Broken Wings probably should just be in the main deck. Everyone has a ton of artifacts and enchantments. And flyers. So I would love to draw a land here. It's not a land, but it is quite good. Just keeping the poison pressure up. If they counter this, then that means they can't use their Nexus. If I can top deck a land here to use Bergstrider to tap down the Mistwalker. Oh, to tap down that thing now. If I can tap that down this turn, it'll be really big. Huge. Beautiful. It's a 5/5 too. Tap Lindworm. Boom! We get the win. Nice little victory there. We're 1-1 now. Nice to get at least some wins. One thing that we are going to change about our deck is we are going to add this Broken Wings to the main deck. Because it has felt very good out of the sideboard so far, and I feel like it's probably better than Seize the Spoils. Even though Seize is a little bit helpful for the mana, Broken Wings is just a very nice interactive card. With a lot of enchantments. So now we're 1-1, which is nice. Wow, this hand is really good. This is a really good hand. Unfortunately, we lost the die roll again. If this hand was on the play, it would be way better. 2-drop, kill their thing, Toski, but it's still good. It's just not as good. I don't know why, but I feel like I've been losing every die roll without fail. It's just like, what? Why? What's happening? Not many decisions here. Not rolled. Recluse. So one of these, I think I'm going to gamble on drawing an untapped land. I like getting rid of the not bold recluse. Finn can hold back Death Knell for a while. It looks like they are foretelling a card. And they're missing a land drop, so that's big. Okay, let's go. We got the land that we needed. Huge draw. Packmate. What could it be? I'm not going to find out. Could be the fight spell to fight Finn. Poison the cup, okay. Poison the cup. Old growth troll. This is where not playing this comes into play, but I'm going to draw 2 cards here. So they can make a 4/4 whenever they want. Okay. Sure. It's a fine bounding gold target. Oh, that could be really good too. So we're going to bound in gold here. Then I think we just play the chariot. Never mind, change of plan. We don't want to give them a free 4/4 if we can avoid it. I should have played my tap land. I'm going to get the Bergie, obviously. Some more late game insurance. Sure. So they have Struggle for Skemfar. They have Serol's Packmate. They have Grizzled Outrider. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can play this plus a tap land plus my Avalanche Caller. Has to attack. This is just a pretty easy play. Chariot turn. I'm going to play this thing tapped and naming blue. Give me my second blue source, and I'm going to play this. Next time I'm going to play Bergstrider, and then I have this to refuel, so even if they do kill this, I'll be fine. So they have a second Packmate. That's a good card. turn. Wow. That's going to be really good in a minute. This turn I want to tap this, crew this, make an avalanche token. So if they do kill the avalanche caller, they block there. This thing blocks. They take 4, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, they're just... Let's assume they have a removal spell that kill this. Block avalanche caller. I just don't think I want to risk him because he's so important. But I'll send everyone else. Okay. If they do have blood on the snow... So they exiled Toski. So they have a Feed the Serpent and Elderfang Disciple. So this one might be one where we don't need the artifact and enchantment stuff because we didn't see a single target and they're not going to have flyers in their deck. So we're going to bring back in the Seize the Spoils, take out Broken Wings for now. Are there any other cards that we might want? 5/5 lines up well with what they've got going on. They have a couple 3/3s, so 5/5 seems good against that. They have Exile. Shaving a Masked Vandal for a Seize the Spoils also seems prudent. Because they're going to have less stuff to kill. They might have one thing, but they're certainly not overflowing with targets. On the draw, we're going to keep this. We need one land to get this Replicating Ring out. If they play Elderfang Disciple, we'll ditch the Grizzled Outrider, I think. And Finn can hold off their creatures for a little bit. Okay, so it's probably a Packmate. Oh, the land, just what we needed. I'm going to play the Finn. Because that can trade with a Packmate. Okay, so it's not a Packmate. So that leaves... Struggle for Skemfar, Poison the Cup as the two options that I've seen from them. It could be Poison the Cup, but we'll just hit them. And then rely on our Replicating Ring. I will say the Seize the Spoils is looking pretty good. Gonna help us with treasure. It is Poison the Cup. Perfect. I don't know if they have multiples. It could. They do have Old Growth Troll, so that's a card that I can use my Masked Vandal on. That's the only card I saw, though. Draugr Recruiter. So I'm going to try to hit land drops. So to facilitate that, I'm going to discard my Glimpse the Cosmos. Or this guy. Probably this guy, actually. If I draw a land, I can actually play this guy this turn. And Glimpse I can cast from the graveyard. And this thing is a snow permanent to work with my Blizzard Brawl. Yeah, I'm going to discard Glimpse. Beautiful. And then I'm just going to play this guy. I have all my colors because of this. And it's an extra mana. Next turn I can Grizzled Outrider. Okay, no blocks. They don't have any creatures in the graveyard, luckily. So they have a Draugr Recruiter. So I'm going to want to kill the Draugr Recruiter. So I could Burg Strider and Blizzard Brawl. Or I could Grizzled Outrider and Blizzard Brawl. That seems a little bit better. I don't want to play Svella until I've killed this thing, because this could be the struggle for Skemfar. Just going to be mana efficient here. Not Void Recluse, and then they're going to fight my thing, yep. Okay, so I'm going to hold this in case they play Elderfang Disciple. I've already seen that not Void Recluse. I could just play Svella. Or I could play Burg Strider, tap this thing, and attack. I kind of like that as well. I think I'm still stabilizing. But if I play Svella, I'm not going to be doing anything for a while, so I'm just going to do this. I don't want to have to discard one of my good cards to an Elderfang Disciple if I can avoid it. Which I can. Okay. So I'm not going to block because that stops me from glimpsing. So they have Goldwing pick. So maybe I do want the Masked Vandal. So I think we start with Glimpse the Cosmos. And then we can take Packmate. We don't have enough snow lands for the other card to matter. So then we can go Bounding Gold, the Death Knell Berserker, and Foretell Demon and Foretell Packmate. Three, four, five. I'm actually gonna Foretell Demon Bolt. Because then if they equip this and try to hold back on defense, I can kill it. So if they make me discard my cards, I'm still fine. Grizzled Outrider, okay, okay. Dwarven Hammer. 6. So I could equip up this thing and send both. And then they trade here, trade there. Interesting. I think the play is kill the Not Void Recluse. Play attack with both. They go to 1. play Packmate. Elderleaf Mentor, sure. So we got him. Got the game. Two and one now. Oh, 173 viewers. That's wild. Thanks, everybody. I think we kind of like the way this build is playing out. Sorry I haven't been interacting with chat as much. I have been focusing in, so hopefully that's okay. Die roll? Yes, we win the... Oh, we have the mulligan. Okay, well, the die roll we won. We're gonna... Yikes. Well, I'm gonna keep it, because I don't want to mulligan to 5. But then I'm gonna ditch Cyclone Summoner, I think. Or Avalanche Caller, but I can actually cast that early. So, not a good hand here for the hero. All cards in our splash color pretty much. Playing against a white deck. There's always game 2. There's always next time. There's always game 2 and 3. Okay, they have a foretell card of some kind. Oh, yes. Hook me up with that blue source! We did it! And then Glimpse the Cosmos can keep finding us lands. So if this is Packmate, which it might be. Glittering Frost. Okay, so first things first is Glimpse the Cosmos. Looking for a land. We find Replicating Ring. Fortunately, we're going to have to ditch both of those so we can hit our land drops. We have all our colors, which is nice. We ditched Ring, which is a good card in our deck, and we ditched Bergie, which is even better. But we're giving ourselves a better chance here. God's Hall Guardian. Perfect. God's Hall Guardian. So this is a pretty good opportunity to go Berg Strider. This hand came together much better than it looked like it was going to. Struggle for Scamfar. Okay. Oh, Toski, you beautiful beast. That's huge. huge plays. White decks can also struggle against Toski because it's just indestructible. So I'll kill basically anything they play with Demon Bolt, tap down their Godsoul Guardian again. Sure. They're going face, it looks like. Okay, so they don't have an instant speed trick here. Assault Ravager. We might poison him out. We're going to play our tap land. Makes the Avalanche Caller a little better. Toski can't be countered. Good to know, good to know. What is that? That's a cool artwork. Okay. So if I play, so I have 3, so I can play Avalanche Caller, suitable land. I'm just going to attack first. I think I can do this next turn and suit up both of my lands. 3, yeah, so I'm going to do that next turn as a big finish play. I'm going to start by attacking so I get more info and hold up Squash. Squashing that guy, okay. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can play this thing and blow up their enchantment on that. I have enough proactive, so I don't need to play that. I'll save that for an enchantment removal spell on my Toski or something. Arnie slays the troll, eh? Wrecked. So they have Squash. That was a great draw. So we didn't see many creatures. We saw not many enchantments. They have a couple. Arnie, Glittering Frost. And not any, we didn't see any flyers. So I'm going to cut the Broken Wings for now. But know that it could be coming back in after I see more of their deck. I only saw 6 cards. Really? Only 6? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, only 6 cards. So what's good against the 3/6? And against Arnie Slays the Troll? Mammoth Growth is certainly good against those. Kind of want to bring in Mammoth Growth. But they have Squash. It's also good against Struggle. They have a couple fight spells. I'm going to try the Mammoth Growth. It could be slightly questionable. But it seems good to me. They had some counter spells. They had like they were playing a 5-color deck that never stumbled on its mana, and it had They like kept having the perfect card. Like they had a Snakeskin Veil to really punish me. Also, I didn't know that Toski couldn't be countered, so I was trying to play around Disdainful Stroke for a while. It didn't end up working out that badly because I had like my Avalanche Caller hitting them and stuff, but then they had like a turn where they played Immersturm Predator with counterspell backup. Okay, so I'm on the play. I think I have to mull this. I don't have green. I don't have enough lands. This is much better, but it's not great. I just don't want to be missing my lands. They put me on the play. Huh. They're also mulliganing. That's good. Goodbye, Foresto. So we're both on a little bit of resource lighter hands. But 4 lands is good for that, because I'm going to be able to be pretty consistent. And this Blizzard Brawl is going to be good. With the old Bergie boy. So that could be another Godsaw Guardian. I would love to draw Essica's Chariot right now. Okay. It's a good one. That was also good. I'm just going to kill that now while I can. 3/3 flyer is scary. So they could have another. They could play their Godsaw Guardian here. Serulf's Packmate. That's a new one. Well, that's going to be great as well. But I'm going to stabilize the board first. And I have 3 Snow Things, so Blizzard Brawl is going to give my guy Indestructible. They could have Squash. Yep, there's the Squash. So now I have all my colors. I have white, red, green, blue, green. So I've got all my colors. Showdown of the Scalds, okay. So I have to overcome this like temporary boost they have. Arnie's useless. Spirit's going to be cast next turn. Presumably. They didn't hit a land off it, did they? No, they did. They hit a mountain. They can play this next turn. I don't want to give them a chance to use this Arnie Slays the Troll. They're also really short on green mana. But Spirit of the Alder Guard can probably fix that problem for them. I'm surprised they didn't want to be on the play. They have some decent cards for the play. Showdown of the Skulls is pretty scary. Arnie Slays the Troll is pretty scary. They're just playing it. Okay. So we can enchant that. First, we're going to see what we hit. That's nice. We already have double blue. I'm going to name red in case they kill this. Luckily, Arnie Slays the Troll is useless here, other than adding them a mana. They could cast this, but I can Bound and Gold it. So now they can still cast this, but it's not going to be a flyer. And then my Horn can take over, hopefully. Svella. Oh, so they're going to gain some life. We're grinding, we're grinding, we're grinding. They have 6 cards in hand. So we know they have... I need to write some of these down. Did I know about Arnie Slays the Troll? Yes, I did. They have Valkyrie Sword. Rootless U. Spirit of the Elder Guard. Showdown of the Skalds. So they do have a flyer. Killing the 4/4 that they make from the sword is pretty nice. Am I missing anything? I already got the pack made. Okay, my turn. Okay. They aren't coma colors, so I'm not as scared of killing this. So I could make a thing first. Yep, that's what I figured they'd get. But I'm okay with that. I don't want to take 5. I'm willing to delay a turn. Every land I draw is pretty... criminy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I can start activating Svella every turn. That's what I was afraid of. That is what I was afraid of. Yikes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure. Eight, 9. If they have a pump spell, I'm not really in a good shape. I don't have a card that can kill this straight up. This is my only one that could. I could have gotten this thing. That was loose, I guess. I wasn't thinking about my entire deck, I guess. They have a Masked Vandal. To combat. So I can draw 2 cards if I do this. This turn I'm going to play the stuff that I draw, hopefully. That's a great one. So I... Whoa, 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 whoa. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 snow lands. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can animate 2 of them. Means I can play that and end turn. And then double block the Lindworm. Have I seen any combat tricks? No, I have not. Wow, and I'm about to get infinite mana from this ring. Oh, mammoth growth, you beautiful creature. Okay. Even if they have a board sweeper, I'll still have my Toski. So I'm going to make one of my lands indestructible. It's hexproof, and that way they can't do anything to mess with it. I'm not going to deck, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll draw 8 cards. Maybe I don't want to draw too many. I have to attack with this guy. But I don't want to deck myself by accident. 4, 8, 9, 13, 18, 20... 21, 23. Oh, I'm inches off. I guess the question now becomes, is this potentially losable? If they do have a sweeper. So maybe putting them to 1 was better, because I literally just, I thought I was going to draw something there. Boom. Got the win. Okie doke. Whoa, 262 viewers. That's wild. Welcome in, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good time. What am I writing down? I'm writing down the cards that I see my opponents play, so that if I play a game 3, I know what to play around and stuff. Three and 1 caught space. We want a die roll. This is close, but I think it's a keep. With the replicating ring to just make everything a breeze. We need to draw a land, but it's one of the risks you have to take in Limited. You can't always have a god to your hand that has perfect mana. And we've missed on our first draw step. Next draw step is going to be real key to the success of this hand. Come on, land, I'm summoning you. But yeah, we're focused. Without replicating ring, this hand's a mulligan, but with replicating ring, very keepable. Red, white aggro. Okay. Immersturm Raider, sure. If I was going to draw a non-land, that was an okay one to draw. Because now if I draw a land next turn, I can immediately play this off my replicating ring. Land? Yes. We're golden. So if they crew this up, we can kill it. It's all coming up at Nikolai. This is going to be really devastating. I'm going to go Svella Blizzard Brawl this thing. Because this is 1, 2, 3 snow. No, I don't have a 3 snow thing. Okay. Change of plan then. This is slightly harder to kill. They have to have some sort of combat trick. Oh, this hand would have been so much. It would have been so much nicer if I had a snow land here. I could just 2-for-1 myself. I'm gonna do that. I think I can beat a lot of their stuff, but I just don't want to die to that. They probably have a combat trick, so I'm not gonna be able to block it. And, yeah, knocking it out is important. Well, let's write down some of the stuff they have. They have Raider's Carve. Axe Guard, Braggart. Dwarven Reinforcements. And then I get to play land, Svella. Immersturm Raider. Showdown of the Scalds, okay, okay. So they hit some things. So this thing's going to be on hold for a turn or two. I would love a Masked Vandal. Oh, that's almost good. I'm going to play it so that I can then make a Manolith, I think. It also doesn't block horribly. Though, to be fair, they're going to be equipping things. But getting everything to be able to attack past a 2/4 is not that easy. I guess it is when you can equip things around. Not drawing one of my snowlands this game has literally cost me the whole match. Or not the match, the whole game, I think. Because if I still had this in play, it'd be a big difference too. But I think I had to kill that 3/3. But maybe I was too afraid of a combat trick. It's just... oftentimes they'll have things like that. Double block. Gets wrecked by run amok. Wow. Whoa. So after next turn, I'm in the clear. Snowland would be ideal here. I can't let them get this thing back, but... I meant untapped Snowland, but... So that thing's gone. I can deal with their tokens. So I'm taking 7 from the 2 tokens, presumably. Blocking there. This thing's a problem. Fearless Pup. Where's the counter going? On to Immersturm. Sure. I think Avalanche Caller might be on chump block duty. Because I don't want to go down too low against the Tormentor's Helm. So they're just going to have a Fearless Pup. I'm going to have a 10/10, essentially. They're going to have a 3/3 Fearless Pup, but still. Showdown of the Skulls is a messed up card. I lose my Manolith, but I can't use the mana for anything anyway. Okay, next turn, I'm going to go Dwarven Hammer, equip it to the Cyclone Summoner, hit them for 10. This thing is kind of scary because it's going to be a like 3/3 or something. And they could have a Demon Bolt pretty easily to kill me. But if I draw... This is 2, 3. I really don't want to block. I'm just going to try to chump it. So this is probably Demon Bolt, which would be able to kill my Cyclone Summoner. That's a yikes. Okay, so if it is Demon Bolt, which it probably is, let's be honest here. How do I beat it? They'll essentially get to trade Demon Bolt for Cyclone Summoner. Maybe I just have to draw a Berg Strider or something. What else could it be? It could be Iron Price, which also pretty much does the same thing. It could be Double Strike, which they wouldn't have done that. They would have just cast it on that turn to kill me, pretty much. It could be... It's not going to be another of the 2 ones. Pretty much has to be. Demon Bolt. It doesn't literally have to be it. Can I beat Demon Bolt? If I top deck a Berg Strider, I can. If I top deck a removal spell, I can. I have a Demon Bolt. I've got, I think, a Struggle for Skemfar. If I draw another chump blocker, because this is jumping here maybe, and I hit them for 10, play this in another chump blocker. I do die to Run Amok with that block, so they don't have Run Amok. So they have Immersturm Raider ×2. Go down to the Scalds. Come on, big draw. Come on, Bergstrider. Bergie? Now I have to decide how I want to use Bergie. As another chump blocker? As a potential win con? How? I think I just played as a creature. It's safer. They see me rolling. My cyclones. Maybe it isn't deal 4. Maybe it is. Gold Moth. Big top deck. Come on, Bergstrider. I need a Bergstrider. Need a Bergstrider for the end of the night. Really, I just need any creature to chump block this thing again. Because they have to chump my guy. Oh, man. I need Berg or removal. Yep. Toski. That'll do. What could they possibly have that punishes me for this attack? Like a kill spell for the Dwarven Hammer? They don't have that. Bergie, if they block there, they take 10. So this just draws me an extra card. And it could be the Demon Bolt. have this extra mana, so I can cast Berg Strider if I draw it. Okay. They could have Provoke the Trolls. So I kind of want to kill the Tormentor's Helm. I'm not going to move this over to the Toski. They could have Bounding Gold too. Yes! Was it Demon Bolt? I guess it wasn't. What could it have been then? What do you think it was, chat? What the heck was that card? Oh my gosh, there's 330 viewers. Jeez Louise. Verdict? But then why didn't they kill the Cyclone Summoner? Look at Exile Pile. Good point. Warhorn Blast. So I was playing around. I guess it's kind of similar. It's like an extra damage buff for this thing. So it gives me +2/+1. It gives them +2/+1. It was not Starnheim Unleashed. Thanks, Silesium H. Yeah, it still killed my summoner. So return to sideboarding. Okay, so against them, I want another Immersturm Raider, maybe. Maybe I want my own Dwarven reinforcements to deal with theirs. Broken Wings is decent, but it's probably a bit... Broken Wings is probably still good. They have a lot of stuff. Elderleaf Mentor definitely coming in. I kind of want the Grizzled Outrider. What's too slow for the matchup? Honestly, I seem pretty well set up for this matchup. I think I'm going to cut the Broken Wings because I have 2 Masked Vandals that are better. Definitely not bringing in the Mammoth Growth tech. I've got a couple of extra 4-drops that are really going to help me. Oh, man. Running out of time here on the sideboarding. Probably don't want to add a 5-drop. And maybe I cut Boreal Outrider because it doesn't match up well against their stuff. Hammer seems slow, but it's one of my best ways to turn the corner. This is match 5, I think. On the draw, can I keep this? Yeah, I have to, I think. I have 2 removal spells and a Masked Vandal. And I have Demon Bolt, which can help. I do need to draw lands, obviously, but... I'm just going to foretell. The Masked Vandal can kill some of their equipment, but it's also just a fine card to play as a 1/3 that blocks their 2/1s, and then I can hold up my Demon Bolt. Yep, Dwarven Reinforcements. Okay, they have a land. Okay, we also drew a land. That's huge. Huge game there. Gonna play Avalanche Caller. And then we'll hold up our Demon Bolt. Gold Vein, sure, sure. Hitting lands is nice. Now I can make a 4/4 hexproof blocker. I don't really want to use the Blizzard Brawl yet for it. That's a key priority to get rid of with my Masked Vandal. Now that I know they have that, I'm going to bring back in Broken Wings. Snow permanent, snow permanent. So they have bound in gold. Gold vein pick. Showdown of the Scalds. Okay. They hit a lot of lands there, but they also hit this Raider's Carve. Don't know why they didn't play the untapped land so they could jam Carve or Gold Maw. Okay, they have 2 Dwarven reinforcements. So I have 3, 4, 5, 2 lands away from this, but I don't have a second blue source as well. There's a blue source. I don't have a creature in the graveyard, so I'm not expecting to get anything from that. But I can get a block off, and I can squash something if they're putting a bunch of counters onto one guy. And I can squash their Gold Maw champion if they play that. Cyclone Summoner would be really nice to draw a land for. Gold Maw. Champion. Three, 6, 9. No blocks. And I kill this. I need to top deck something here. This card's a beating. It really messes with my Cyclone Summoner too, but it just means that I need to draw like a... If I drew a Berg Strider this turn, that'd be huge. Berg Strider would be an immense top deck. See, this is why you wait a little bit. Okay. Even a Snowland, so I could take out the Story Seeker, would be okay. Huge. Oh, now I need to top deck a land next turn. Oh, we're setting ourselves up for success. Untapped land. Let's be specific. But if we meet that criteria... Sure, sure. Sure. We are in all or nothing mode here. Can I beat one of these things? Probably. This way I go to 4 instead of 2. But they'll have an extra story seeker on the rebound. Ugh. So we're just going to assume that we top deck a land here. And I go to 2. I bounce all their tokens. Yeah, I think this is much better. Or at least a little bit better. Because then they'll only have one real creature. Plus this thing, which they'll get back. We're in it. So now they only have this thing, which we can kill. Whoa, this is a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. Yeah, I'm not going to attack with that guy. If they have like the 3/2 haster in their deck, I don't want to lose to that. And the 1 damage is probably not going to matter. Though I probably can't beat the 3/2 haster anyway. So what are they going to use their bounding gold on? If they go for Valkyrie Sword, I can kill it, which is really nice. It's a very appealing line, too. Definitely bringing back in Crushing Canopy. Though I will say that Dwarven Reinforcements, which I brought in for Crushing Canopy, is doing work. Ah! Come on. Ice hide thingy bobber. Okay, so they didn't play the Raiders card. That's good. Oh, we don't have a second green, so we can't cast Elder Leaf, but we can hold up our Snowland activation. Ah! We're at 1! The virtual 1 life. So, Hagi Mob. I haven't written down Valkyrie Sword. Sword. Story Seeker. They're dead on board right now. This costs 3 to equip. Big draw there. Ouch. So we lose. Oh my gosh. If we had had this land earlier in the game by one more turn, we could have made another 4-4 and 1. Okay, Glorious Protector. Okay, Broken Wings coming back in. What do I cut? This Blizzard Brawl is hard to use, I must say. Yeah, Caller doesn't untap. I'm thinking of cutting Sculptor of Winter, but I think it's good for my ramping on the play. Bring in Treachery for all their equipments, but I don't care about the damage part, so it's like 3 mana kill, like a 2 mana equipment, which is not mana efficient. I could bring in 1 Vault Robber. It lines up better against the 2/1s, but then they just buff up the 2/1s. Reinforcement is to counter their reinforcements. Okay, I'm going to focus now. I think I need to have my removal online earlier in the game. And that one's more of a late game removal spell, even though it is cheap. This is Keeper. Masked Vandal can do good work against them. Got all my colors, I got my ring. Both Masked Vandals is a little bit much. I'm not going to play them. I'm going to wait. Thank you so much, Gark, for the subscription. I appreciate that. Welcome in. They don't really have much removal, so this Svella could blank them. I haven't seen anything that can kill it so far. Okay, Kaya's Onslaught. Guess there's no need to write it down. Sure. Oh, they're missing lands. Well, time to Justice Punch them. This is for Svella! This is where I hope they don't have Showdown of the Scalds. I'm going to save this second one. I can't use it anyway for a while, but I like getting the first one out. And I can trade the 1/1 and the 1/3 for the Story Seeker, so I can trade a 1/1 token for it, then bounce this back and get another token. Glorious Protector, eh? Okay, okay. Okay. Pretty easy blocks for me. I wonder if they play a Dwarven Reinforcements card. Immersturm Raider, sure, sure. Ouch. And if they go for a Bounding Gold on this, I have the answer. Seven's pretty huge. Tough to deal with. Especially with my Masked Vandal in hand. Sure thing. Okay, they're double blocking. That's okay with me. And I'm going to keep this in hand still in case they have Bounding Gold. Broken Wings answers their flyer. Okay. Immersturm Raider. Cyclone Summoner, so clutch. I guess I could have attacked with the Masked Vandal too. Could be relevant. Woo! Let's go. Yes! Got the win. After a very close game 2 and 3. One, two, three, four. The deck is 4 and 1. Whew. Wow, every time I turn back my screen, because I've got my chat up on this little monitor that I'm not looking at during the games while I focus. But every time I turn it back, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's another 100 viewers. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm the 5th most watched Magic streamer right now. Oh my gosh. I will say, if anyone is currently watching the stream and they've never checked out my YouTube channel, they can find my YouTube here. I'll be posting this run there in a couple of days if you missed some of it. Also, join the NicolaiBolas Discord server here. But yeah, those are the 2 links I've got. Oh man, so many folks. Thanks, Treleven. Deserves top 3. Let's get to 500. Mine says 442, so I'm even behind the curve on that. Hello, €2. Sentient Tea. Thank you, Makeout. Okay, we're back to the focus. Yes! Opening hand Chariot! On the draw again, though. The NicolaiBolas curse. He has been gifted with incredible skill. And yet, he always gets put on the draw. That's a handicap against his true abilities. Okay, Sculptor. We are going to play the Packmate. And then we're just going to get this Chariot out there and then Bergstrider them so we can hit with the Chariot. And that should be game. Hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for. No! But their Sculptor's doing stuff. Okay. Foretelling, maybe? Yep. Okay. Now our Masked Vandal's turned on. And they're missing lands, and we're going to get to Bergstrider them next turn. So Disdainful Stroke is good to know about. Sure, sure. Pretty easy Bergstrider here. Okay. That's really good for me. And this Avalanche Caller is going to do a ton of work in a minute. Got the win. So we only know about Disdainful Stroke, Sculptor of Winter, an Icehide Troll, and one Foretell card that is not Behold the Multiverse. It could be... It's probably not the fight spell either. It's not Behold, Struggle, Counterspell. What other... Oh, I get to look. Right. View Battlefield. Return Upon the Tide. Hey, Darkslain, 500 bits. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. They are playing black. That is good to know. So, View Battlefield. They've got those things. They're probably going to have some flyers, some enchantments. So, I like the Broken Wings. Do I want to make any changes? I didn't see much of their deck. They have a counterspell. Good to know about. This card's a little bit better against Icehide Troll than some of my other things, but I have some removal to kill Icehide. I'm just going to keep it like it is. Gonna run it back. I didn't see much of their deck. Wow, another great hand here. On the draw, but this into this, pretty great. This is going to be harder to cast, but we have a couple blue sources to find. And we just like having the lands. Their deck seemed like it could have some pretty decently fast starts. We saw a 2-drop and a 3-drop, but we're keeping this. There's no way you can mulligan 3 spells, 4 lands, all your colors in a sealed game. Cyclone Summoner has been definitely worth the splash. Maybe double blue, but it's not single powered. Did they mulligan? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, they did not. Oh, yes. Harnful. Super good. If they're beating us down, we might have to play the Bergy part. I like to default to playing my Snowlands first, so that if I have to discard a card, I don't have the pressure of what to discard. Mistwalker. Perfect. That's definitely eating a Broken Wings. While they're tapped out. This name's blue this time. Good to know. We could get it back and get a couple of 1/1s with it. We have our second blue for this guy now. Icebind Pillar, sure. I should have played the island. So this is not Return Upon the Tide, or maybe it is and they just don't want to return Mistwalker. They have Disdainful Stroke in their deck, and they're holding up mana for it. It's one of the few cards we do know about, and otherwise, why would they not tap the guy? Sculptor of Winter, sure. Icebind Pillar. So now they have all their colors, so playing around Disdainful Stroke is worse. Okay. That'll do. Probably should have done a non-blue land. Sure. Maybe it's struggle for Skemfar? It's awkward for them to hold up the Disdainful Stroke because they are missing lands. That's why I'm still playing around it. Because I feel like they have it. Okay, it is struggle for Skemfar. Good to know that they have that card. Mistwalker, sure. Counter this. I get to play Svella. Wow, what? They must think it's bait for something. Now I just get to cast things for free with Svella. Because I have 8 lands in play. So that's just my new strategy. Lindworm, sure. So new plan acquired is to just play Cyclone Summoner. They get to keep their Mistwalker, but they lose their Icebind Pillar. This card is a Disdainful Stroke. Maybe it isn't Disdainful Stroke. Maybe they've just been bluffing this whole time. I don't know why I played. Playing the land's not great there. So they are clearly a little bit afraid of something. But if they tap one of my creatures, then I get to deploy the Harmful. We're doing it like this because that way we get to play around the Disdainful Stroke still. And play Svella next turn if they hold a mana for it. Yep, Lindworm. Check. We're just going to discard this Glacial Plains. Boy, howdy, would this be good if it worked. Oh my gosh. Huge. They have a chariot. Okay. Oh, they're tapping out for the most part. Wow, I have so many lands. I have enough to do both. We'll inform our choice then. We do this, they're going to crew the chariot, we kill the chariot. I think I want to kill the troll. They have one snowland. I guess they can only use the snowland for so much. Okay, so they're at 4 now. I'm at 10. They have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 power on board. So I'm not at risk of death. Sure. Okay, that's a good draw for them because it lets them do more stuff with their snow mana. Herald, sure. Okay, I don't think they can play that this turn if they don't want it, if they're trying not to die. Bound in gold. So so if I bound in gold, the ice bind pillar. Or I could do it on the Ice Hide Troll. Yeah, I like doing that. Whatever they try to tap, I can create the chariot with. So if I attack with these ones, they have 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potential attackers. Any two getting through is lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes! Whoo-wee! Another victory. We are 5-1, chat. Oh my gosh. We are over 500 viewers. Darkslain, another 500 bits. Yeah, I was gonna use the tokens to block. Oh my gosh. No, I'm still 1 win away from 1K. Oh, I'm recording for YouTube. Update my Twitch title. Here's the deck, folks. Scotty Arch, thanks for the bits. We're going in. We're going in. Come on, die roll gods! Give me the die roll! No! NicolaiBolas cannot buy a die roll. Okay. We are mulliganing. This is good, though. We are going to ditch the Berg. No. I like Berg. Maybe I ditch Demon Bolt. I'm keeping the lands, I'm keeping the Toski, I'm keeping the Glimpse. It's between Berg and Demon Bolt. I can't cast Demon Bolt, whereas Toski into Berg is really good, so I'm going to do that. Oh my gosh, what a draw. Turn 3 Toski, coming in hot. Okay, new game. Cards. Clarion Spirit. Okay. So Masked Vandal could be good here. They're on mono white. What are the odds of that, I wonder? Wow, they're rumbling? Oh my gosh, that's going to be such a sicko play. Battlefield Raptor. Raven's Wings. Next turn I can cast Cyclone Summoner and bounce all their creatures. They have one Foretell card. That is not Iron Verdict. They're probably got color screwed there. Let's see what it was. Scorn Effigy, sure. So they had a lot of flyers that game, but that was mostly the Clarion Spirits. We didn't see much of their deck, but I like keeping it low to the ground. I like all my cards. I don't see any like major change that I need to make. I don't have any like anti-flying in the board. I'm not going to bring in Jasper or Sentinel. Sculptor was so good. Toski was super good too. Well, this is a good hand. Okay, they're black-white. So we're going to play both our forests so we can go pack mate immediately fight something. Blood Sky Berserker, sure. That's really good for us. And then we can Demon Bolt the other one. We already have the mountain, so we can also play Glacial Floodplain. Turgrid's Lantern, sure. Lose 3 life. I have plenty of cards to discard. Just going to deal 3 to me for a little bit, then I'll just discard some lands. Come at me, Brohim. Death Knell Berserker, sure. Okay. Sure, sure. Big draw here. A little unfortunate on that draw step. I do have 2 Masked Vandals and a Broken Wings to deal with this Turgid's Lantern. So I'm just going to hold the course, stay steady, stay strong on this one. Sure. So I take 3 here. I can stop him from drawing a card, or I can just trade with this thing. Yeah, I'm just going to trade. I have a lot of good draws here. I should have killed that in response in case they had that one wings card. Okay. I probably should play my land in case I'd have Cyclone Summoner. Finn. And killing their ground creatures is important because they have this thing. Come on, Vandal. Squash. I think I'm dead now. This card just got me. I didn't draw one of my 3 artifact removals. Yeah. Okay, chat. It all comes down to this. We're finally on the play. So they have artifact stuff, but we have all of our artifact removal in already. They have some flying, but we already knew about that. They have some double spell stuff. They have a demonic gift. So I'm going to write these cards down. Blood Sky. Berserker. ×2. Death Knell Berserker. Feed the Serpent. They just had a good hand. It all lined up well for them. They answered all my threats. Rune of Mortality. Demonic Gifts. Starnheim Courser. Codespell Cleric and Vengeful Reaper. And then Turgid's Lantern. Okay, anything I need? Do I want to side this in? I have already got a lot of answers to it. And it's hard to cast. I think I'm just gonna... Okay, chat. It's all or nothing here. This is a game for $1,000. We're keeping. Can you imagine if we drew a Snowland here? Just like curve out on them with Toski. We're going to play this because we want to be able to Blizzard Brawl a Blood Sky Berserker if they play it. Land me. Yes, yes. I'm going to find lands. I'm just going to take the Demon Bolt here. Broken Wings was also tempting, must admit. But this way they have Bloodsky Berserker into Code Spell Cleric. We can kill the Bloodsky Berserker still. Way down, sure. They're going to regret doing that when they see we have Toski. I think we're in okay shape here. I like having this Demon Bolt as insurance here. So what combat tricks have we seen? We've seen Demonic Gift. And if I draw a land, I can play Toski and hit him. And Toski is immune to Demonic Gifts. So come on, land. Skemfar, Shadow Sage, okay. Sure. So Masked Vandal can take care of this. This guy can take care of the bird. This can be held in reserve if they have Turgrids. I think I just come back to my turn. Oh my gosh, I punted. I forgot I had this in my graveyard. That's pretty bad. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Because then I could have found a land. I'm at 14 though. Sure. Sure. Kill that guy. I'll take another 4. So I'm going to go to 6. I can then kill both of their cards. I'd like to save this until after they've used the Great Hall of Starnheim. Raptor, sure. Perfect. Zap that guy. Kill this. Draw 2. Oh gosh, it's Razor's Edge here again. I only have 1 blue. Have I seen any combat tricks? Code Spell Cleric. I haven't seen any untap tricks. Oh no. I didn't have a thing in my graveyard. Oh dear. How much mana do I have? I have 2 snowlands. I can't quite kill them. I'm not going to deck myself here. Four, 5, 9, 13. I just won $1,000! Oh my god! We just won $1,000! Chat! Chat! We just got $1,000! Oh my god! We did it! Holy hell! We're rich! We're rich! We can buy anything we want! Oh my gosh, we've done it! Oh my gosh! Money, 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 money! Oh my god! Oh, baby! We're rich, we're rich! Ooh! Oh, yes, we've got a victory. Toski, my little friend! The squirrel power! Oh my gosh! Wow, thank you so much for the subscription, Kevin Jumba. And for the bits, Scotty Arch. And Darkslain for the bits. And all the follows today. And Libertas09 for the subscription. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Chat. Chat, chat, chat. We're so close. Oh my gosh. A donation. Or something. Something's happened. Oh no, it's just all the sound effects catching up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Chat. This is unreal. Shout out to all the people who followed me a year ago. I'm not gonna do any push-ups right now, Taco Cat. I'm not doing it. I'm in the zone. We won $1,000. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be right back. Everyone's redeeming push-ups. I'm not gonna do the push-ups, chat. I'm not gonna do it right now. Oh gosh. I'm back, chat. Oh, we got a bunch of extra stuff. Let's see. Purplo, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Freundstein also subscribing. I had to use the restroom, but I'm back now. And we're going to head into the final round. We're against Eladon. Chat, goodbye. Did we win the die roll? Nope. But we have all of our best cards, and they're mulliganing, so you'll have to see it. Okay, so we're going to get red from this. I will say being on the play would be nice at some point. But, you know, we've gotten here this far, so... So Death Knell, Berserker, Homa's Faithful. Play our island and our ring. And they're taking a turn off. That's exactly what we needed. Just gonna jam the Essica's Chariot. And then I can load up my guys into it. And I can crew it with a Bergstrider, if necessary. I can just block Homa's Faithful if I really want to. I don't know what this is. Could be a fight spell. Battleman. If the firm becomes the target of spell or ability, you may draw a card. Seems reasonable. So they're going to get to draw a card for me using this. But I think tapping it, crewing, sending is pretty good. I mean, next turn I can just jam Toski. Wow, we both milled 3 spells. Arguably mine are a little bit better, but they can zap something. Thank you for the subscription. This card's a beating. I think I'm going to suicide one of my guys to get to draw 2 cards and deal 4. I would love to draw a squash here. Thank you, deck. That's not great. A permanent. So I don't want to chump this one. I don't chump this one because it has trample. So let's start writing down cards. Battle Mammoth. Oh, that's not good at all. We're probably dead here. Broken Wings could be useful, I guess. We can double block this guy, double block that guy. I think we're dead, though. Yep. So let's just take the time to write down what they have. They have Battle Mammoth, Berg Strider. If they didn't have Battle Mammoth, Snakeskin Veil's a big one. It's funny that 2 of the scariest opponents I faced had Snakeskin Veil. Berg Strider, Snakeskin Veil, Way Down. Feed the Serpent. The other kind of annoying thing about this game is I would have won easily on the play, I think. Just because they wouldn't have been able to hold up the mana for Snakeskin, and I would have been able to get Toski out earlier. But hold the Multiverse. But, you know, I got unlucky plenty of times today. Raise the Draugr. And Elderleaf Mentor is the last one. Did I say Way Down? Yes, I did. Okay. So they have some big creatures. They've got good removal. I don't have a Snakeskin Veil to bring in, do I? No, I do not. I don't want combat trick type cards. This card's probably nice because it lines up well with the Battle Mammoth. And against the Berg Strider. So I'll consider that. And we have seen a lot of their deck, and there's no auras or flyers or artifacts. So Crushing Canopy can probably come out. Broken Wings, I mean. And then we'll try it like this. My wish is coming true. I am getting to play first. Keeping. Come on, Svella, do your thing. Oh, they're mulliganing. Nice. This should be a good game for us. And they're mulliganing to 5. That means they're less likely to have answers to Svella. It could take over. Death Knell Berserker. Fine making this trade before they have up Snakeskin Veil and things like that. I'm not playing a card that's vulnerable to Way Down. So this is fine. And I don't have any Snowlands for this. So that could be Battle Mammoth. So we're going to get blue with this. We're just going to activate Svella. It is Battle Mammoth. So now they could have Snakeskin Veil up. This is one heck of a card. Oh, criminy. Are they taking out the hammer? Yep. Most likely. Okay. So then I take 11. This card's so tough for me. My deck just can't beat this card. Jasper Sentinels is beatable. Come on, removal. Okay, we can ditch this. So we can tap this guy and set up for a double block. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So means if we play this land, we can go this. They draw a card. Yep. Looks like we got hosted by someone. Thanks, Angwar. Sure. Toski's good. Demon Bolt. So I can block this thing on that thing all day long. There go my cards. I can activate this, I think. If I do that, do I die? I think so, so I'm just going to wait. We lose the Demon Bolt. They could have Snakeskin Veil. Is this stuff only opponent controls? Yeah. One, two, three, four, five, six, and I have 4 blockers. I have 3 Snowlands. 1, 2, 3. If I fight this thing, then I kill that. And this thing doesn't trample over for any damage. So then I take 2 and I win. Oh no. I messed up how trample works. Oh no. Well, that was ouch. Oh gosh. I needed to fight my smaller thing against one of their 1/1s. And then I would have won. Ouch. Whew. Hard to play perfectly all day long. It was not a $1,000 punt, because I would have still had to win the last game. Needed to fight the mammoth. Yeah. Whew. Lost our first round, won 6 in a row, ended up with $1,000. Pretty close one. That last play was not great, but you know, there's a lot of tough interactions there. The interaction with Trample and Indestructible is one that I just totally forgot about. I forgot that it actually assigns damage. I just was like, oh, it's immune to damage. But yeah, that is going to do it for this sealed video. If you were watching this on YouTube and you made it all the way to the end of the video, remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment with your questions or feedback, leave hashtag 1K victory to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. Didn't manage to get the full value there. I messed up that last play for sure on the block. If I fought the elephant, I would have been in much better shape and could have potentially taken the whole thing down, but it is the way it goes sometimes. Not everything's perfect. Yeah, pretty happy with how this went overall. Definitely for sure. And banking $1,000 is certainly great. If you want to find more of my stuff, you can find my Twitch channel linked below. You can find the Patreon as well if you want to support my content directly. You can also support my content via Amazon Prime if you link your Twitch and Amazon accounts and subscribe. It is included with Amazon Prime. And you can also read my articles, join the NicolaiBolas Discord, all of that linked in the description and pinned comment below. That's going to do it for this video, though. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it, and I will talk to you folks next time.